Alright, this is not going to be your typical random Attack on Titan video because a few videos ago I asked you guys to ask me to ask the production head of Project with your question related to the project. And I handpicked 10 of those. That is pretty much interesting. 7 of them are pretty much frequently asked questions, and 3 of them are from some individuals. And I myself did give them 5 personal questions from myself that I would like to ask them, and this is pretty much what they have to say. Before that, I would like to actually introduce you guys to 2 of the production head of Project With that I managed to contact, which is the first one we have True Requiem and the other one we have Delta. I sent them 15 same questions, and these are their responses to the question. So the first question that I asked them, are you reanimating the whole season 4 or only the fan favorites key scenes of season 4? Delta replied me with, right now the plan is a key scenes, but we have planned to make the entire episodes in the future. While True Requiem's answer is, currently on the slate we don't expect to do full episodes. Right now it's just our favorite scenes. We may even start dropping polls for the scenes the fans want. Next question, how long will it take for the project to finish their production? Delta answered with, probably a few years if we're going with the entire season. While True Requiem answered me with, the declaration of war began production back around late June to early July. We don't expect to be done with our version of the scene until around late September. Next question I asked, where can we watch the final product of this project? Delta answered me with, they will release mostly on Twitter with some key scenes on YouTube or Drive to show it in HD. If there are copyright issues, we'll upload them to Streamable. And True Requiem answered me with, you can check us out on YouTube. Our LinkTree is pinned on our profile on Twitter. You guys can also check their LinkTree in the description of today's video as well. Next question we have, will the direction of the scenes that the team remaking be changed or just changing the art style to widths? Delta replied me with, the direction will be changed for most scenes. While True Requiem answered me with, we'll be changing a lot of things from the art style to the direction of certain scenes and shots. We really emphasize the fact we want to give our own take on these scenes as well to provide a more organic and rich approach to this project. Next question, will the project use voice line from the official episodes? Delta replied with, yes we will. For the missing scenes, we'll use some tricks to make it sound as faithful as possible to the real show. While True Requiem answered me with, we in fact will. We also have methods for inserting lines that were present in the manga but not in the anime. More on that in the future updates. Sixth question will be, well, this is pretty much what everyone wants to know. Will the team use CGI for the Titans? Delta replied me with, no, we are not planning on using CGI for anything except the backgrounds. Maybe the rumbling will be an exception, but we can make it close to MAPPA's, or at least I hope so. I'm confident about our 3D CG team. While True Requiem replied me with, absolutely not. The extent of our CGI will be in the backgrounds. However, if we do end up covering scenes in which Titans do end up becoming an issue, for example, when there are a ton of pure Titans, CGI might be utilized similarly to width, which is something that is very much understandable. But having a CGI team close to MAPPA is pretty much hard because their CGI team is very much strong, and so far I'm not really sure how strong the CGI team is for this project, but we'll see. Next question I have is, are the teams swapping OST, original soundtrack, for any scenes? This is very much popular among a lot of people because a lot of people want to see what type of soundtrack they will be using because you know I know. Delta replied me with, yes we will, as the direction will also be changed. While True Requiem answered me with, we of course are. The first OST mix will be released accompanying the declaration of war. Interesting. The 8th question will be, what do you think MAPPA did better than Width, and vice versa? By Huel. This is what Delta has to say. MAPPA CGI was better than Width CGI. MAPPA's character designs are a bit more complicated and I like that. But Width Studios' compositing, lighting, and fill are way better. While True Requiem says, this is honestly an easier question than most would expect. I'd say when it boils down to it, MAPPA has Width beat in just details alone. MAPPA did an excellent job at capturing all the details of their character designs in such a short amount of time. We truly do give high praises to MAPPA's adaptation of a part of the manga that is so rich with detail. Next question by IDK, is your Reiner gonna look even sexier or is it impossible? This is a very nice question. Delta replied with, I hope so. Our character designer has done a good job at making Season 4's Reiner's in weird style, but Reiner looked really good in the anime. While True replied me with, we heard your criticisms and we are working on improving Reiner's design. We're really studying each and every pixel of Wit's adaptation to get as close to the style as we can. Of course, we are just a fan group made up of people who aren't as experienced as the people at Wit or MAPPA are, so things aren't going to translate one per one. And the last question is from goreamoonkay, which is, will the choreography be the same for the fight scenes? Delta replied me with, it depends on the scenes and the existing composition. Some will change to make it flow better and some won't. While True Requiem replied me with, one part of Project Wit I'm absolutely excited for is giving our take on fight scene choreography. We're overhauling fight scenes to be on a whole new level, studying the styles of the legends like Arifumi Imai, and we want to offer the best we can for our favorite fights. Alright, now that we are done with the frequently asked question, this is 5 of the questions that I asked them. The first question being, where does the idea and motivation come from when you first had the idea to gather a team of talented people to get the project going? Delta replied me with, the main idea isn't to replace MAPPA's work or discredit it, nor cause comparisons, even though people will actually do it sometimes, but you understand what I'm saying. It's just a window to a world where with continued Attack on Titans animations, our motivation is mostly because it's for fun. While True Requiem replied me with, this honestly wasn't the first time I had tried an idea out like this. I've had several failed projects basically be this exact concept approach in vastly different ways. I never fully realized how passionate of the community were until I became one of the heads on this project. Talking with people and just having that same passion is what really got this going, and I've enjoyed every step of the way, including the many hardships we faced during production. Before, the motivation was seeing if this was something that was even possible. Now, it's about seeing how far we can go. Next question that I have is, as one of the head of production, how well do you think you were handling the team? Please elaborate. Delta replied me with, at the start, it was really hard. Whenever I got production head, the plan was just to use AI for everything. It was just a small group of friends and we were a very reduced team. After I came and multiple talented people appeared, the idea of traditional animation became a concrete possibility. Also, the Discord server's organization was really bad. There was a channel for everything. So we reorganized the server and built a concrete pipeline, which makes organizing a lot easier. And True replied me with, well, to be quite frank, I couldn't have done this without the help of my fellow project heads. I am a person with absolutely zero prior industry experience, and when I took the mantle, I had no clue what I was doing. I'm still learning as I go. Luckily, thanks to the help of these fantastic and talented individuals, I'd say I'm handling the project as good as any other producer. This has truly been one heck of a learning experience for me, and I can't wait to see what I learn next. And the third one that I asked, describe the team of Project with one word and elaborate. Delta replied me with, I think that word will be reimagining, because it's just that. It's not to discredit the work that's already been done by MAPPA. While True replied me with, damn, this is a lot. If I had to pick one word, I'd say driven. We've had our fair share of ups and downs, and oftentimes the hate we receive greatly damaged many of the stuff's moral. Many of us now understand what MAPPA went through during the beginning stage of adapting the final season, and I think that's what allowed us to keep pushing forward in the face of insurmountable odds. Many in the beginning said something like this wasn't possible, yet here we are making it possible. That newfound perspective revealed something to us. We aren't just making some animation projects, we're honoring the 10 years legacies of the very people who allowed this project to exist, with and MAPPA's stuff. Next up we have, if you can have one ticket to summon any animator to work with the team for one scene, who will it be? Delta replied me with, it will be either the GOAT Arifumi Imai for obvious reasons, or Grand Guerrilla, who inspired me to get into drawing and animating. While True Requiem answered me with, we'd love to work with Arifumi Imai, he's been the talk of the group ever since we first began, but honestly, I wouldn't mind having the entire Wit and MAPPA staff join us. We'd love to study under them. This is just, damn. And for the last question, my final and grand question, I asked them, When can the audience expect a scene being directed by yours truly, Easy Court himself? Aha! Alright, Delta said, soon. While True Requiem said, nothing but the best without the dub, stay tuned and maybe the Easy Court cut will be released. And yeah, those are pretty much it. I hope everything that you guys have been wondering has been cleared out. And yeah, those are basically, thank you very much for watching this video. I'll be putting the teaser of the project in the end of this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!
俺は進み続ける。敵を駆逐するまで。